Okay, so today I just want to really talk about some of the kind of errors that people tend to maybe make when they're using a protractor. So here we can see we've got this angle which has been measured with the blue area here, blue mark. We've got the protractor lined up, we've got the kind of the crosshair in the right place, we've got a 0 on the line. But the error has been made. They've measured the angle as being as being 73 degrees. Can you spot what that error is? What mistake have they made? Well, we know that the angle is greater than 90 degrees because 90 degrees would be a right angle. So that means should be more than 90 degrees. 73 is obviously less than 90 degrees, and that tells us that they've looked at the wrong scale on the protractor. So it's true that it looks like it could be coming out at 73, between 70 and 80, but actually they've not started from that 0. If you start from the 0, which is on the line, which is this 0 here, it would actually measure between 100 and 110, so that would be not 73, it would be 107 degrees. Okay, so look at the next exhibit B for mistake. So this one here, can you spot the mistake? They've said the answer is 17 degrees, that's not correct. So if you can see, 17 degrees is obviously between 10 and 20 degrees, isn't it? But if you look actually where the angle is, so they've definitely got it on the right line, they've got it marked up with a crosshair, they're starting at the correct scale on the outside because that's 0's on the line. And it is 3 away from 20, but it's actually not 17 degrees, it's actually 23 degrees on that protractor. They've measured 3 the wrong side, so it's always worth checking what numbers it comes between. So between 17 would come between 10 and 20, but actually this angle is between 20 and 30, so it can't be 17 if it's between 20 and 30, so it would be 23. So here's another example of a mistake that people make. So they've got the 0 line lined up, it comes out at 130 degrees, so that's the answer they've given, but the answer is not correct. That answer is not correct because they've not lined up where the two lines meet with the kind of the crosshair on the protractor. So to be able to measure that accurately, you would have to reline up your protractor. So here we go, hopefully I can show you with this. This is going to work. So if I get my protractor lined up properly, and let me rotate it. There we go. If I get it lined up properly with the crosshair lined up, 0 line lined up, so actually you can see it comes out at 126 or 127 degrees. So it wasn't far off, but it wasn't accurate enough. It's really important that you get your protractor crosshair lined up when we are using protractors. So for these challenges, to find the size of the angle shown, it's really important that you look really carefully at which scale are you going to use? Are you going to use the inside scale or the outside scale? If you choose the wrong one, you will have an incorrect answer. There's an easy way of checking though. If you look at shape A, we can see that's an acute angle, and that means we know it must be less than 90 degrees. So if you were to accidentally measure that as 145 degrees, we know that that is an obtuse angle, 145 degrees, so it can't make sense. So use your knowledge of acute, obtuse to help you check. If something is awe-inspiring, it's breathtaking or stunning or amazing. So the word awe is a feeling of that kind of being astonished, where something kind of is amazing. So if something's awe-inspiring, it kind of makes you feel that way. Passive voice is a way of writing in a more formal style, which is in keeping with impersonal language. It's not about the person who's doing the action, it's more about what the action is. So the example is the stick was placed in, it could be the stick was placed in the bucket, rather than I put the stick in the bucket, it's the stick was placed in the bucket, because the important thing is about the action, not about who is doing it. And that's important to remember when we're writing an explanation. You're explaining what's happening, you're not really explaining almost the individual who is doing it, because it's about a general. So we're writing generally about butterflies, not about an individual single butterfly or caterpillar which does something. So passive voice, there's some other examples of passive voice.